Most men don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because they lack standards. And standards are built through discipline. That truth alone explains why so many people restart every year and end up in the same place. We've been sold the idea that motivation is the solution, that if you feel justified or inspired enough, everything will finally change. But motivation is emotional, and emotions are unreliable. You feel motivated when things are going well. You feel motivated when you watch a video. You feel motivated when you imagine a better future. And then real life shows up. You wake up tired. You don't feel like training. You don't feel like working. You don't feel like doing what needs to be done. So motivation disappears and the cycle repeats. That's why people keep starting over. Not because they're lazy or because they're stupid, but because they built their life on a feeling. Motivation is a feeling, discipline is a decision. Here's the part that most people misunderstand: discipline is not willpower, discipline is not forcing yourself to suffer. Discipline is structure, discipline is standards. It's deciding how you live so you don't have to debate yourself every day. You don't rise to the level of motivation, you fall to the level of standards. If your standard is comfort, well, comfort is exactly where you'll stay. If your standards is execution, execution becomes automatic. Most people already live disciplined lives. They're just disciplined toward comfort. They wake up at the same time, they scroll at the same time, they eat at the same time, they repeat the same habits. That's discipline, just aimed in the wrong direction. Your standards decide your identity, and your identity decides your results. Let that sink in. Now, that's where things get uncomfortable for people. Money doesn't come from desire, money comes from consistency. Consistency comes from discipline. Money is stored discipline. Think about it. Saving money requires discipline. Building skills require discipline. Showing up when no one else does or when no one is watching requires discipline. Undisciplined men stay dependent. Disciplined men build leverage. Leverage gives you options. Options gives you freedom. Confidence comes from keeping one's promise to yourself. Respect comes from being reliable. Power comes from preparation. Power doesn't respect motivation. Power respects discipline. So why do most people avoid discipline? I'm about to tell you. Because discipline removes excuses. Comfort lets you lie to yourself. Discipline forces you to be honest. Comfort is safe. Discipline feels lonely. And most people would rather feel accepted than become capable. That's why average is crowded. Elite isn't lonely by accident, it's lonely by design. Discipline filters people, it filters excuses, it filters ego, it filters weaknesses, and what's left is someone dangerous. If any of this hits you, it's because you already know the truth. You don't need another motivational video, you need structure. That's why I work with men inside a 30-day discipline reset. No hype, no motivational games, just standards, accountability, and execution. I don't advertise it aggressively. I don't convince people. The men who need it reach out. Either way, understand this: nothing changes without discipline, and discipline changes everything.